Are you wondering why your deals are not coming together? Why you haven't done that second deal, or worse yet, why you haven't even done that first one yet when it comes to buying a business? Heck, even if it's not a business and you're a real estate professional and you want to maybe be a real estate investor and you're maybe up at night because you can't figure out why your deals aren't getting done? Are you trying to do this creative financing and use these strategies to raise money to do your deals, and they're just not getting done and you're a little concerned? You don't know who to ask. Maybe you're a little worried and maybe you're too embarrassed to ask, and maybe there's no one to ask. Well, if that's you, I'm here to help you today because I'd like to share with you the 3 reasons why your deals aren't getting done and the 3 reasons why you're not making progress with your deals. And when you have a business that you've identified and you're like, man, this business is great, it's got a great history, it's got a great owner, great teams in place, the only thing that's missing is me to do that handoff from the seller or the previous owner and make this thing grow and scale it to the next level. So you enter into the deal, you start to inquire, you ask some questions, and the deal falls flat on its face before you even get out of the gate. Well, I'm going to tell you today that there's 3 reasons why this is happening. You got 3 reasons why your deals are falling apart. Fix the 3, you fix your deals. You have no more problems with deals falling apart. Now, you might have other problems. You might end up with too many deals. You might end up with too many deals that are working too well. And you might just end up in a situation where you buy your dream business, the one that changes everything for you and future generations. I'm going to give you those 3 things. It's only up to you to listen, learn them, and apply them and watch things take off for you. By the way, if you like what you're hearing so far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't be afraid to share this with someone else when we're done. But I've got 3 things for you that are going to help turn everything around so that your deals start actually closing and coming together. And if you hang with me till the end, I've got a bonus for you that you can use throughout your business from now until the time you're done making deals. I think you're gonna love it. So what are those 3 things or 3 reasons why your deals aren't happening? Let me, if I could, let me take you with me to my whiteboard and I'll just share with you what these problems are. See, the first reason your deals are not coming together is because you are under-prepared. Well, there's a lot of people on the internet, myself included, encouraging you to do deals and buy businesses and really get things started for yourself, to buy assets and build this future for yourself and your family that's going to change everything. And then we tell you the strategies that you use, and maybe you aren't where you can write them down, maybe you didn't get it all, and so you run off and you start using the strategies that you heard. Or you run off and you use the strategies that you thought you heard. And either way, you end up in the same place. You get really close to a deal, and then the deal doesn't happen. And being underprepared is part of that. So what I'd encourage you to do, if you've got a pen and a pad, I want you to take notes for what I'm sharing with you today. In fact, if you have to pause for just a moment to do that, come back with a pen and paper so that you can write down the things that I'm going to share with you, because I want you to be prepared. And that bonus that I have for you at the end, that's just going to knock your socks off when it comes to being prepared. So be ready for this. But being underprepared is hearing half the story and running off to do battle with just half the story. You're half prepared. You know, if you bring in a bunch of Marines and you train them to be Marines, and then you send them off to battle, but then you leave their automatic weapons at home, they leave their grenades, they leave their tanks. There's just a bunch of guys standing on a battlefield with no armor, no equipment, no firearms, and all of a sudden, they're lost. Well, that's kind of what it's like for most people who want to buy businesses. They're out there, they're ready, they're inspired, they're underprepared. And so today, we're going to arm you with what you need to be totally prepared. Now, the other thing that hurts us when we're doing our deals is that we're too slow. So because we're underprepared, we have to think too long about everything. And so decisions that should happen in a moment, or that you should be able to process, calculate, and come up with an answer quickly, take you days, weeks, and in some cases months. And we already know that time kills all deals. That's right. Time kills all deals. Waiting is the name of the place where deals go to die. So the second reason your deals aren't working is because you are working your deals too slowly. And so if you're working your deal too slowly, you're not able to do the deal. What can you do to learn how to work your deals quicker? Well, the first thing you can do is you can become very well equipped and very skilled at using the tools that people use to identify and evaluate a business. Some of those tools are given to you by the seller. Tax returns, profit and loss statements, also known as P&Ls, and balance sheets, which basically tells you what the business owns and what it owes. Get really good at looking at those and knowing exactly what you're looking at. And there are places that you can do that and learn that in just a matter of 2 minutes. There are literally more than 1,000 one-minute videos on YouTube about how to read a P&L or how to read a balance sheet. So if you can do that, you'll be able to come up with your offer a lot quicker. And then the last part, the one that kills your deals, it's known as doubt. Doubt is the Jesse James or the Billy the Kid of deals. Doubt will shoot your deals down and they'll be finished. And the reason you have the doubt, do you want to know why you have doubt? You have doubt because you're underprepared and you're too slow. And when you're underprepared, it makes you move slow. And when you move slow, it leaves room for doubt. And doubt is a very powerful tool. It's the tool that professional sports coaches use to scare their opponents. It's the tool that politicians use to defeat their opponents. They say, well, I don't have a really good case to make against this person, so let's just get everybody saying this. You know what? That Larry probably would be a really good XYD elected official, but there's just something about him that I just don't know. And so people hear that and then they start saying that and it spreads like wildfire. It's easier to make the disease of doubt spread about an event easier than it is to actually spread the truth, even if it's a negative truth about somebody. So sowing seeds of doubt. When you are moving slow and you are sowing seeds of doubt into your deal. And that doubt makes you make big mistakes. So underprepared, slowness, and doubt. That's what's going to kill your deals. If you don't get anything else, if you miss my bonus, make sure you write that down and just don't be guilty of these things. So when you listen to someone like a Roland Frazier or a Myron Golden, or you listen to someone like a Cody Sanchez, and they're telling you exactly how to do your deal or scale your business, learn all of what they're saying. If it's a 20-minute video, you can't listen to 3 minutes of it and run out and start applying their principles because you don't have all their principles. You only have some of their principles, and that makes you a little bit dangerous. So with that, let me just show you a couple of things that you can do to have a little less doubt, be a little more prepared, and move a little bit faster. Okay? That be all right? So one of the things that you can do, the first thing that you need to do when you decide that you're going to be serious about these deals, learn everything. Take those notes, study those notes, and then immediately go out and apply what you learned. That's going to help you. Because where this roadblock happens is because you're underprepared and you're moving slow and your doubts creep in. Your doubts make you commit the most common mistake in deal making. It makes you do what I like to refer to as floating the verbal. And people think they're being cool and they think they're being great negotiators and they float the verbal. And if they don't want to float the verbal, they ask the other side, they ask the seller to float the verbal. They say, hey, I know your business is listed at $2 million, but what would you really take? And so now they're asking the seller to give them something that's not valuable. Because let me tell you, verbal equals zero value. Write this phrase down. My verbal offer is not worth the paper it is written on. Well, you said yesterday you'd do this deal, and now you're saying you won't? Yep, that's right. And that's if the person who made the verbal offer is even around to take your phone call or look you in the eye, because usually because verbal offers are weak, they're very often coming from weak people. So what they do is they shoot this verbal offer out to get a feel. And the reason they shoot the verbal offer out is because they doubt. They doubt that it's worth it to take the time to do a written offer. Written offers and counter offers, they are invaluable and they have the most value. And so in this situation, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you remember this phrase: any offer worth offering is worth writing. Any spoken offer is worthless. And so if you're out there making worthless offers and you haven't done a deal yet, and it's been days, weeks, months, and in many cases years, I've got more people that I know talking about doing deals for years that have never done one because, they're underprepared, they're too slow, and they live with doubt. And so they're out spouting out these verbal offers and it's getting them nowhere. So what I would encourage you to do is make sure that you become the person who is knowledgeable enough to identify a good business and quickly make an offer. And if you only write down one piece to get the meaning, quickly get the offer. So that's what I'm going to share with you about why your deals aren't working. But now I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus. The reason why your deals are also not working is because you are using what we like to call the principle of requisite variety. I'm not writing that down. It is the principle of requisite variety. But here's what I will do. I'll show you what that means in picture form. I'm going to show you the principle of requisite variety in action. Okay, that, if you guessed hammer, you guessed it right, is a hammer. And this is a nail. This, on the other hand, is a window pane. Can I drive my nail with my hammer? Absolutely. I surely can. Can I clean my window pane with my hammer? Absolutely not. And so if all you have is a hammer, everything will look like a nail. And so you're learning about financing deals with no money down. You think that no money down means zero money into the deal, when it really just means none of your own money. And you're running out, stirring up all of these deals and making these offers that are half-baked, and your no money down deals, you're falling flat on your face because you're underprepared, you're moving too slow, and doubt creeps in. And you're not good at the process because you're underprepared and you haven't learned it. But what I have shared with you is a great place for you to begin so that more of your deals can begin to work. If you like this content and you want to know more about how to make sure that more of your deals get done so that you're not out, we like to call it burning leads, burning through leads, talking to hundreds and hundreds of sellers and being told no over and over again, and they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting the solution that you are offering them. That doesn't mean that you need to go away. It means that you need to go away and come back with a better solution. And because you're operating with the principle of requisite variety, every deal you try to treat it exactly the same. And if you get a quick no, you attempt to show some posture and say, well, if you're not going to 100% finance my deal, well, I'm just not going to do any business with you. Thank you, goodbye. And you've cheated yourself and you've left a willing participant at the negotiation table and your deal doesn't happen. So if you want to do more deals, get yourself prepared, move a little quicker, learn the information, subscribe to this channel. I've got more videos on how to buy and sell businesses, and I'd love to see you at the closing table. Watch this next video, and you'll see more of what we shared here.